Sorry. Hi, friends. That was very unattractive of me. Welcome, friends, to my not a sewing video. This week's tea is actually Alpine sugar-free apple cider. And I'm drinking it out of the travel mug I got for my handsome hubby for our 10-year anniversary. I got it on Etsy, so I'm not exactly sure which Etsy seller I got it from, but I will look it up and put it in the description if you are interested. I really like it because if you D&D or do role-playing tabletop gaming, it says husband, human or medium humanoid, chaotic good, armor class 13, natural armor, hit points 55, speed 30 feet, strength 18 plus 4, dexterity 12 plus 1. I don't remember what CON is. Is that confidence? Shoot. Well, CON is 14 plus 2. Initiative is 14 plus 2. Wisdom is 9 minus 1. And charisma is 17 plus 3. Skills, perception, minus 2. Persuasion, plus 2. Condition immunities, frightened. Damage resistances, cold. Aura of protection. Whenever the husband or a family member within 10 feet of them must make a saving throw, the creature gains a bonus to the saving throw equal to husband's charisma modifier. Honey-do. Whenever the husband completes a chore around the house, his to-do list grows by 2 more chores. Actions. Kiss of life. Husband's healing kiss restores 2d4 plus 2 HP and removes 1 level of exhaustion. Fix it. The husband can repair 1 item in their lair, but must purchase 3 new tools to do it. Bonus actions. Words of inspiration. The husband can inspire their party through words of support, granting their partner a 1d6 inspiration die. Reactions. Shield. When a creature makes an attack against a member of the husband's family, the husband grants plus 2 to the family member's AC. It's really cute. I like it a lot. It's a lot of reading. And I do kind of wish there was like a cool picture of like a warrior or something on this side, or, you know, something. Ooh, I wonder if I could get like a sticker or something and put it on that side. Thoughts. Having thoughts. So, I'm so behind on videos and whatnot. It's, December's kind of catching up with me way too fast. Like, it's already going by way too fast, way too quickly. And it's booked. Like, it is solidly booked. Like, I have so many friend activities and like personal things I want to do and things I want to do with handsome hubby, and then like Zoom calls home to Utah for family and friends and that are planned, and just all sorts of stuff. And there's a couple things I have planned that I'm just doing by myself, because I'm doing that now, doing things with just me, by myself. Really proud of myself for doing things by myself, for myself, with myself, when other people don't want to do things. That's a bunch of garbly. I'm not editing. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Just because I can't say a nonsense word doesn't mean I'm going to edit. Moving on. Okay, so the cloak that no one thought I was ever going to get done totally got finished. And I'm going to get full-length photos for all of you. And I'm not doing a full-length video of me right now because I have my pajama pants on. I'm washing a bunch of my cute clothes, and anyway, I actually don't love the way it turned out. I kind of combined two patterns because I was trying to get it as close to Felicity's cloak as I could. So the only seam lines are on the shoulders, like down the shoulder edges, because even though the fabric's really wide, there's no I mean, there might be, but it'd be very hard to get fabric that's wide enough to cut the entire cloak out in one piece like Felicity's is. But Felicity's is a doll-sized cloak. But do you see how, like, if it was a person-sized cloak, you see how much fabric that is to cut out in one huge, yeah, it's not going to happen. But with some math and Handsome Hubby's help, I managed to cut it out with the only seam lines being along the shoulders. But it is not quite as wide as I wanted it to be. But it is very, 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 very wide. And it is very, 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 very warm. And the hood is exactly as the historical pattern described it. It's got the little part in the back that's all drawn together. But I feel like the hood might be a little too deep, or I don't know. It does this. This is what the hood does when I wear it. And I'm like, you're not cute. You're not like doing a big, you know, what we want the hood to do is like, like this, like cute around the face, something. So I don't know. A small part of me is considering, now I know this is not historical, but actually sewing like millinery wire around the frame so I can make it frame my face the way I want it to. I don't know. I also have not sewn any type of tie or clasp to it because what they use on Felicity's is just a satin ribbon. That's all it is. It's just a satin ribbon. In Colonial Williamsburg on their cloaks, because, I happen to have one of their amazing cloaks, it's grosgrain ribbon. And the historical pattern, it asks for, I can't remember what type of ribbon, something else, like burlap ribbon or something. I'm like, ew. I don't particularly love any of those choices. Grosgrain would probably be my most favorite out of those choices. So, I don't know. I've got to decide if I want to do a ribbon closure or if I want to find like maybe a hook or something to go across. Because I also don't love the idea of tying it so it goes like this, because obviously this pattern was made for someone who doesn't have a chubby neck and chubby face like me, because this right here is pretty tight around my neck, and obviously this is not super attractive. But if it connected like right here and I had a cute scarf on or something, that would be better. So cloak did get done. Look, I sewed. I even did the stitching, I don't know if you can see that, around the neckline to make the raised portion. See right there? That is on the Felicity Cape neckline. Ah! Okay. I'm gonna stop American Girl nerding out. It's done. A friend of mine suggested that I show you something. and I want you to spread it around. Everywhere I go, every winter, whenever I wear these little capes, people always say, that is the cutest thing. Did you make that? That is amazing. I love it. I want one. Did you make it? Did you buy it? Where did you get that? And I always say, this is so easy. Go home and immediately do this for yourself. And it's these cute little Christmas capes that you've probably seen in my most recent pictures on Instagram, because I'm sure you follow me, because how in the heck would you find my YouTube? I don't know. That's confusing. Anyway, so spread this around. It's a 2-step process. Step 1, and I was going to do this, like literally go do this to show you the steps, but I have a canker, so if I'm like slurring my words, that's what's going on. My tongue is like, bleh. But I don't really want to leave my house today. You know that, what is it? Fire Child, Star Child, something, those musicals they do where she's like, I don't really want to do the work today. I don't really want to do, yeah, that's me. I don't really want to leave my house today. I don't really want to, I don't. No, I don't want to. So, I'm just going to show you. Step 1, if you want one of these cute little Victorian caroler looking capes that you can wear with your historical costumes, you can wear it with your regular clothes. They look amazing with everything during the winter, and no matter what you show up to, your friend's house, a party, go Christmas shopping, people will love it everywhere you go. And when you tell them about it, their eyes will go, they do 3 steps. The first step is they're like, what? And then their eyes get big, like, oh, easy. And then the third step is, I'm doing that. Anyway, first step. Go to a nearby store that sells Christmas tree skirts and pick out one you love, buy it, and bring it home. That sounds like many steps, but that's just one step. Go to a store that sells Christmas tree skirts, find one you love, buy it, and bring it home. Okay? So, step 2. Take your Christmas tree skirt, put it around your neck. Ta-da! You're done! Like, you're literally done. I ran around in this. Yes, not yesterday, Monday. Me and a group of girlfriends went to Leavenworth, which is a beautiful little Bavarian tourist town here in Washington State, that in December just looks like magical. They put Christmas lights everywhere, and they have a shop there that's Christmas all year round, but especially popular during Christmas. And they have a little hill with sledding, and they do sleigh rides through town, and there's a reindeer farm not far away, and just, anyway, so I walked around in this. Of course, I also looked cute. I had like this red and white plaid, you know, retro skirt with my white tights and, you know, my cute little, anyway. And I lent one of these to my friend Kelsey, and people kept asking us if we were carolers, telling us how cute we were, asking, oh, wherever did you get those? Did you make them? And I'd walk, and I'd always respond the same way. I'd go, I'm spreading the word. It's so easy. This is a Christmas tree skirt. And their faces would always go, and I'm like, right. And they're like, I'm going to go do that. And I'm like, please do. I think everyone should walk around all year round. Well, okay, not all year round, but, you know, during the holidays, Christmas holidays, or if you don't celebrate Christmas, but you love the Christmas aesthetic, because that's important. Some people do not celebrate Christmas, which I totally understand, totally recognize. I understand that there are other religious holidays during this season, and then there's also people who are non-religious, but that love the Christmas aesthetic. They love the red and green. They love the trees. They love the songs. They love the, which I totally understand, because the Christmas aesthetic is just lovely and magical and fun, and most of the time has very little to do with the religious side of Christmas. So, I mean, look at this. This is Santa. Anyway, yeah, Christmas tree skirt. Now I'm going to show you, there's a few things you can do. And I suggest finding one that's lined. This one came lined with felt. It was warm. I didn't even wear a coat on Monday. It was that night, by the time we left, I think it reached the 20s. And I just had a thermal shirt and a thick sweater on, and this. And I didn't even need a coat. It was so nice and warm, because this is like sweater fabric on the outside, and then it's lined in this felt. It was great. So the first one that I ever bought to wear is this one. I mean, you can totally understand why. I was walking by it. This was several years ago, maybe five or 6 years ago. And I was part of a caroling group. And they'd all made their, fancy Victorian caroling, stuff. And mine wasn't as good, because sucky seamstress. And I saw this for sale. I think it was on sale. And I was like, oh, first of all, I want a sweater that looks like that, And I was like, oh, and look at that soft fake fur and the little pom-poms. I was like, that would make such a cute caroling cape. So I pulled it down and looked at it and measured the length. And I was like, I'm totally going to buy that as a caroling cape. And now my neck has gotten a little too fat to do the top closure. And I want to move these down, and I think I'm going to kind of trim this so that it's a little more streamlined like that. But I did add these little toggle buttons so that the bow loops could go over it. That didn't work very well, sorry. There we go. To help keep it closed. And you can add buttons or little toggles or loops. I would suggest, if you're going to add something, if it doesn't already have loops, add like a loop and a toggle or something like that instead of buttons, so you're not cutting down on the surface area in the front and making it tighter up here. But yeah, that's all I did to this one, was add toggles, and people love it. The other thing I did was, that people just love, has a matching muff. And I hate this ribbon and I need to replace it. But I added this ribbon so that I can let it go when I'm talking to people or walking around. And I don't always have to keep track of it. But my friend who hated the ribbon and borrowed this outfit on Monday just tucked it inside so that the ribbon was along the back so you couldn't see it, and tucked her hands inside. This little muff I made because I found, and at a lot of stores you'll find this, I found there was only one, which is why it's so small. If there was more of them, I probably would have made a bigger one. A matching stocking that matched this Christmas tree skirt. And I was like, in case I want to do something extra with this Christmas tree skirt, I'm going to buy that stocking. Then I thought about it later and I was like, I bet I could get a little muff out of that stocking. So I tore the stocking apart and I made this little muff out of it. And it's so cute, and it goes with my Christmas tree skirt wrap, and it's amazing. So, and people love it. Seriously, everywhere I go, every time I wear this, people love it. They're like, that is so cute. Now, you're welcome to buy the Christmas tree skirts with the cute reindeer and the cute patterns and the cute, you know, stuff that's all over them, because I know they sell them like that. I will tell you though, those ones, it's going to be a lot more obvious that you're wearing a Christmas tree skirt. And I feel like, and it's entirely up to you, but I feel like some people, the response you're going to get is they're going to look at you. You don't even have to tell them. They're going to be like, are they wearing a Christmas tree skirt? That's weird. Where when you pick ones that look like this, where it looks like an intentional Victorian, cape with the sweater materials and the, and the fur, or, they make these that are all fake fur. Can you imagine a Victorian, looking Christmas tree skirt cape that's just all the fake fur, and then make your cute little muff, and maybe even make like one of those like Russian style cute hats to go with it. Oh, and then you tell them, I mean, that's when they're like, oh, that's a Christmas tree skirt, because that's what blows their mind, is when they don't realize right off the bat that it's a Christmas tree skirt. So anyway, entirely up to you. But my friend Kelsey, who went with me and borrowed that one, loved getting the comments so much and thought it was so funny that she said that I should share that with everyone in my next video, because everyone should know about this, and they really should. It's such a great little hack. It's something really quick, and I know what it's like to put a ton of time into an outfit. So maybe you've made a lovely Victorian outfit to go to something during the cold weather months, and but because you put so much time into that, you haven't had the time, or you've gotten burnt out, and you haven't made something Victorian or Victorian-esque, that can kind of pass for Victorian, to wear over it in the cold, when you're outside in the cold weather, even if it's just to get from point A to point B and then go inside. And I know how just kind of disheartening it can be to put your beautiful Victorian outfit on and then put your modern day coat on over that, or to walk into that party, or that place where you're shooting pictures or whatever, in your modern day coat over that outfit. So having a quick, warm, cute option that you can just run to the store and pick out and buy, and will just look cute and be quick, can really help you out. I was hoping to show you my new Christmas dress that I made today. It is done. It is done. It is finished. I had an issue with the sleeves though. The issue is I hate them. Little puff sleeves on a December Christmas dress. For one thing, I realize that's weird because it's cold outside and it makes it look like a fall winter dress with spring summer sleeves. But they also are like, they're shorter than I'd like, and they kind of cut into the upper arm fats. So I think I found a different sleeve that I want to pull this one off. I've already kind of started pulling one of them off, and I'm going to make a new sleeve. Luckily, I have enough fabric left over to do that with. Make a new sleeve and try that. That's a little longer, goes down to the elbow. Oh, I wanted to share a little experience I had on Monday with you all that does relate to sewing, and I'll be quick. Actually, I probably won't, but we know I love to talk, so here we go. While I was out with my friends in Leavenworth, people kept asking if we were carolers because we were all dressed up and looked so cute. And we got into one of my favorite shops there, which is this bakery shop that sells gingerbread. Now, I have been a good girl for a month now. No carbs, no sugar. I just had my blood taken yesterday, my levels checked. And I told her, if you find any carbs or sugars in my body, they crawled in there on their own because I did not put them in there. I kind of need to talk to my doctor about that though, because my energy levels are like, bleh. I don't think I'm eating enough protein to make up for the lack of carbs and sugars. So my energy is just not good. Sorry, that was a tangent. Anyway, this place, I love it so much. And they make the most wonderful gingerbread. And it's not the hard, crunchy. It's the soft, delicious, very gingery gingerbread. And I told myself, you can have some gingerbread because you have been so good. So we went in and we bought some gingerbread. We're in this big line. And then you basically had to get in this line to get out of the store because it was very busy. Because this time of year, the whole town is very busy because it's gorgeous and amazing and everyone wants to go there, even on a weekday. And as we were kind of in line to get out of the store, two of my friends had already gotten out and it was just me and my friend Kelsey in our cute little capes. This lady and either her friend or her mother, it might be her mother because I think her friend seemed a little older than her. She stopped and with very hopeful eyes said, "Are you carolers? Are you singing for us?" And we said, "Oh, no, we're just dressed up cute today," which is kind of our standard answer for everyone. Her face just fell. And she was like, "Oh, we were really hoping you were carolers. We haven't seen any carolers today. We were so sure you were carolers. Are you sure you're not carolers?" You know, this very and I look over at Kelsey and then I look at this lady and I said, "What's your favorite Christmas song?" And she's like, "Oh, I love all of them. Any of them." I can't remember if she said any of them or all of them. So I look over at Kelsey and Kelsey, this is Kelsey's very kind way of saying no to me. She goes, "I literally cannot remember a single Christmas song." And I'm like, and you know, the anxiety spot wherever in my brain is going, "Warning, warning, you're about to do one of your stupid decision things. Please don't do this. We're in a very packed place of people and don't make the decision you're about to make, please. Do you remember the last time we sang in front of a big bunch of people?" "Yeah, us, me neither." And I was trying to ignore it and think of Christmas songs. And so anxiety brain was like, "You'll never remember all the words. You'll never remember all the words." And this little voice in my head said, "You'll remember all the words to this one." And I don't know why it specifically picked the first Noel. But for some reason, my brain was like, "You'll remember all the words to the first Noel." Not "We wish you a Merry Christmas," or something shorter, or something less, I don't know. Anyway, it was the first Noel, and I stood there and sang the first Noel to her. And when I was done, the whole place had kind of gotten quiet, and people clapped, and she was so grateful, and she had tears in her eyes, and my two friends had come in looking for us and saw me singing, and one of them was like, "It's interesting that the first Noel is the one that came to your mind." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know." But I've kind of been going over the situation, the memory of that in my mind the past few days. And I mean, I have a lot of anxiety, especially social anxieties that I have built up over the past few years. So the fact that I stood there and sang for that woman was kind of amazing. Also, I love to sing. If you ask Handsome Hubby, I sing all the time. If you ask my car, I sing all the time. If you ask random people who pass me in like stores and stuff, close enough to hear me singing very, very softly to myself, I need mental help. But I haven't sung. I used to be in musical theater. I used to be in choirs. I used to do caroling. I used to sing all the time, and I just socially I haven't sung. And this experience reminded me that I haven't sung because I've been afraid. I worry, I'm not as good as other people, and that I'll be judged, and that people won't like it, or but mostly I worry that I'll do a bad job, or that I won't be as good as someone else. And then I think back to this experience on Monday and realize what I loved about it was the woman smiling at me. And as I kind of looked around a little bit while I sang, other people were smiling at me, and some people were mouthing along while I sang. And then everyone clapped when I was done with big smiles, and I thought, it wasn't just people telling me I did a good job. It was everyone sharing in my love of expressing how much I love music. It's other people loving music. It's other people saying, hey, I recognize that you love music and so much that you are vocally expressing it, and I appreciate you. Now, I'm going to relate that with tears in my eyes to our sewing, my friends. Sometimes sucky seamstresses like me are afraid that we are not as good as others, and our sewing will not be as good as others. Our creations will not look as good as others. And so why even do it? It's because there will always be those who will appreciate it, because they're going to see the work you put into it and the love you have for what you're doing, and how happy you are that you're running amok all dressed up. And they're going to want to do it with you